All right, you see this lighting here on the Bridgeport Milling Machine? I can't see anything. I tell you, this lighting is awful. Today, I'm going to build a new light. All right, when I come into the shop in the morning, I turn on this light. I click on this light. I turn on the Rheingold sign. I pull on this rabbit's foot. Then I turn this one on. Click on the light for the Bridgeport Mill. And then sometimes I bring in this light on the side. And even another light, and I still can't see that well on the Bridgeport Mill. So as you can see, this turns into a big crowded mess here around the mill. I'm trying to work here, cranking handles, moving the table, tripping over cords. It's not even that safe. So today, I think I got a good solution. So I ordered in some lighting components on Amazon that I think are going to be pretty cool. Let me show you here what I got. All right, so what I ordered in is these LED angel eyes. And what these are ring lights that you're supposed to put on your car's headlights to illuminate them, right? So the idea for me here is to put this on the Bridgeport Mill, put a light that goes around the quill on the bottom and illuminates all the way around the chuck and the work surface. I think this is going to be really cool. So I hunted around Amazon to find the right size. Now this is 100 millimeter on the outside, and the quill on the Bridgeport Mill, that comes in at 3 3/8. So our inside diameter has to be a little bit bigger than 3 3/8. This one here comes in at 3 inches, 470 thousandths, or 87 millimeters. So this is good. This gives a little bit of play around the quill. There are some little tabs here that I'm going to need to take off. They fit around, but it's a little bit snug. So in the box here, they give you 2 lights, and obviously I only need one here today. And what I also ordered up is a power supply that came with a dimmer. And don't worry, I will put links to all this stuff in the description if you want to build your own one of these. So, right, a little wall wart power supply. And then this also came with a dimmer. I think that could be a nice feature to have a dimmer on this. We plug this in the wall. We plug this end into our dimmer. And then from this right here, from this jack, we have to connect this up to our light here, to our leads. So I need a jack from this to this. So let's go look in the LED supply box. Yeah, this kind of thing. Oh, here's even a stray one right here. Yeah, exactly. Some jacks like this. Ooh, and also this stuff right here. This is great. This is what you wrap around the outside of the cord. It's, you know, slid it down one side, but it's like a protective sleeve. We'll use some of that too. All right, I just need a couple small wire nuts here just to test out our light and see how that dimmer works. All right, let's give it a whirl, see what we got. All right, look at that. Pretty cool. And it dims nicely. Look at that. You can get that real low. Let's go see what it looks like on the mill. All right, let's see how our light looks as we put it around the quill and see how nice a fit that is. That is great. Very cool. This is going to be a nice illuminated work area, right? No more squinting trying to get in there with the light, right? So, but what I don't like, see how this light goes out to the side? I don't want that. I just want the light to go directly down to the work area and not feel like I'm blinded from the light on the side. So what I think I'm going to do is create an aluminum housing that will hold this and also attach it to the mill. I don't want to just stick this up with some tape, that kind of thing. I'm not going to do that. That will just fall off. But I need a little stud. I think a stud that goes up into this holder. You know, sometimes I put an indicator in this to indicate the vise, that type of thing. But it has a set screw. So I'll put a stud right here, an aluminum housing. I got some aluminum pipe that might work. All right, let's take a look here in the drawer. Yeah, exactly. This actually might work. This was an old leg for a table, center support for a table on a boat. So I was thinking this could be our little shade and housing. Doesn't quite look like this will fit down in there, but I could open this up on the lathe and that will slide down in there. And this could, you know, I'll cut this short. This will act as a shade for the light and a way to hold it up on that stud on the side of the mill. Actually, here is some smaller scraps, so maybe this will work. All right, here's a quick chicken scratch sketch that I did. So here is our ring. This will be our ring on the side right here. And then this will be a little top plate that will hold this stud that will go up into that indicator holder on the Bridgeport. So I think I'll use this stuff right here, this aluminum, this ring underneath. I'll cut this out to fit on the top. We'll drill a hole that will go up, be a little stud, and will hold onto the Bridgeport like that. Okay, now if we look, our light passes right inside there. That is great. On the screw checker, let's see, slides into number 4. Let's see if it's 40 threads per inch, and it is 440. All right, and here's our little 440 tap. All right, here is the setup. So I didn't show setting this all up, but I'm gonna explain. So I got the rotary table on top of the milling machine. I got a 4-jaw chuck holding our ring here that we spun on the lathe. And then here is our top cap. So what I got set up now is I'm going to drill through in 3 spots here with those little 440 screws. That's going to hold this on. And then I'm going to use this rotary table with a milling bit to cut this out, cut a circle out here. And then I have a little tab that sticks out. And this will get our stud that in turn will go up into here to hold our light to the mill. Number 43 drill bit for our 440 screw. You're getting ready to tap some holes. Got this set with a depth stop to about that depth, a little extra so the tap can run down in there. Okay, now I can remove our top cap, remove our clamp right over here. We got all our holes drilled. Now we can pull this off and tap these holes. In the old Dave Hooley Gray Ledge CNC tap follower. And we'll lower the table till we can get this 440 tap in here, and we'll tap this by hand. I'm just using a little WD-40 here for lubricant. You know, that Tap Magic stuff, that stuff makes me want to throw up. I don't know what it is about the smell of that stuff. All right. This is tapping nice and easy. All right, this isn't a bottoming tap, but it's just a broken off 440 tap that I ground flat And I'm going to use it now as a bottoming tap. Okay, so now I can drop this lid on, and I got our 3 screws. I got a little Sharpie mark right over here. And there we go, there's number 1. Let's drop in our little screw here. And we're heading over to 2.3240. All right, here is the setup, folks. I got an 1/8 inch end mill chucked up here. I'm gonna plunge down into this plate. I got the rotary table set up. I'm gonna crank this around. I might take a couple passes to go all the way around this so I don't put a lot of stress on these screws. So I'm going to plunge down. I do have the degrees marked on the edge of the table here, so I don't go past this tab right here. So I'm going to start right here, go all the way around, stop right here, go all the way back, maybe plunge down again, come back around again, and cut this off. I think this is going to be pretty slick. Yeah, I got the safety glasses on. Stoggles, prescription, not a sponsor or anything, but you know, you got to have those safety glasses. Yeah, look at that. Dynamite, man. That is looking slick. All right, I think I can pop it out of here. Just like that. Look at that. That looks great. Very cool. Okay, back on the Bridgeport, I got to put a little hole right here where the wire is going to pass through. Let's see if this little connector passes through there, and it does. All right, here's our little assembly. I got this apart, put a couple of witness marks here and there so I know the orientation. But now I want to prepare this wire to go through this hole. So this is going to slide up through this deal. But before I do that, I just want to slide a little piece of heat shrink over that. I'm also going to clip off these little tabs that are interfering with our fit. Okay, now the plan is to glue this light in with a thin bead of silicone. This is 100% silicone, so I'm just going to put some here in the corner. right, and I am gonna peel off this sticker backing even though we're using the silicone. Feed this through our hole. That is looking really cool. All right, I'm gonna let this sit overnight. I'll be back in the morning. All right, it's the next morning and this silicone has dried really nice. And now I want to get the position of this hole so I can put a stud and go right up through this hole. Now, in most people's mills, I believe this is a 1/4 inch hole. In mine, I have it drilled out to 3/8 because I like to hold different indicators in there. But to get this hole exactly where I need it to be, I cut 3 little cardboard shims. So I'm going to shim the side. There's 1. There's 2. Let's see if I slide this one up. Yeah, just like that. And then, so that's nicely centered on our quill. And now I have a little end mill right here. And I'm just gonna sweep this back and forth and just scribe a line right there. Right over here at the Walker Turner. All right, this is looking pretty slick. I like how it's coming together. Exciting. All right, you see this wire here with the ribs on it? That's the negative, that's the neutral. And the one that's smooth, that's the positive. So that's gonna go to our red wire. Let's strip a little bit off the end here. So what I'm using is these little solder connectors. It's like heat shrink with a little bit of solder on the inside. So slide this over our wire. All right, so I kind of loop these together, almost tie those in a knot, and then slide our little connector over. All right, and now you just heat up this solder with the heat gun. All right, that's what I'm going for, is when the solder has run through the wire, then you know it's a nice connection. All right, now I'm gonna wrap the whole deal in this stuff here. This is this wire jacket type stuff. I'll put a link to this stuff in the description. This is great. Whatever wires, you know, your computer, speakers, auto, that type of thing. This is a nice, strong jacket. All right, so I'm just gonna start right here and then wrap this whole thing. All right, this should just slide right on. Look at that, looking deluxe. Tighten up our little screw here. All right, and now just a few zip ties. I'm just gonna zip tie this to the power cord. I'm gonna leave a little bit of slack right there. All right, and our dimmer switch here, I just have some VHB tape right on the back, and I'm just gonna stick that right to the front of this shelf. I think that's a great location. Come right over here, turn the light on and off. All right, we're almost ready. I'm just gonna plug in the power supply. Yeah, look at that. All right, look at that. That looks absolutely deluxe. All right, look how nice this illumination is. And we have no light coming out to the side to blind you in your eyes. Nice illumination that will be all the way around the bit. You know, there probably might be a dark spot on the bottom of the bit. Look at this, even we got moths coming in here. Moths are just pouring in from everywhere as soon as this light got turned on. You know, I had to turn out the lights here in the shop. You know, we're making a video here, having some fun. All right, pretty darn cool. All right on, folks. I can't tell you how happy I am with this light. This worked out just awesome. I tell you, it's such a cool thing. Vision, plan, action, right? You put all those together and this is what you get. You get a nice product at the end of the day. It's always so satisfying to build something in the shop here and it works out great. This is gonna be great. I'm gonna use this for a long time. It's gonna help me see things. My eyes aren't gonna be going all crazy. All right, I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned, I got some great videos coming up. I'm gonna be working on those Jacob's Chucks, the Jacob Chuck video. Gonna be good. All right, see you guys soon. Right on.